Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking all about Gold River, California. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before I get started, please hit that like button, subscribe, make sure that you hit that notification bell because I got new videos coming out for you every single week, all about Sacramento and Sacramento metro area. And we're probably talking about one of the most unknown areas of Sacramento today, and that's Gold River. Population 7,000, actually pretty close to 8,000 at this point. Average price point of house is 600,000, and for the longest time I'd say a lot of people moving to the area, or a lot of people thought Gold River was just one of those areas where there was a lot of 55 and olders, and that was true at some point. That has actually changed because of the schools, the above average rating that they have. You're starting to see a lot younger families come in to the area. Now, one of the bad things about being in Gold River though is that HOA. If you look at Gold River, the average is going to really range from somewhere on the HOA is going to range somewhere between $100 all the way up to about $500, and they are very strict. If you look around, I'll show you some houses here, I'll show you some neighborhoods. Gold River, you're going to find most houses are going to look like each other. There's a couple pockets where you don't see this, and there's a very small pocket where there's no HOA. But for the most part, you're moving to Gold River because you like that uniformed look. As you can see from this video, there's a lot of brown out there. You like that cleanliness. There's no parking cars at night on the street. You got to park your car in the garage. You've got to get a lot of approval from the HOA prior to doing anything. Just to kind of give you a little bit of a story on one of my clients, when we were purchasing a property for him, is we found once we purchased the property, we're in contract, the HOA actually does a drive-by. This is true for a couple different neighborhoods around the Sacramento area, but there was a small, and I mean small, crack in the front driveway. My clients had no issue with it, but the HOA actually called it out and had them replace the driveway prior to actually the close of escrow. So if you like that uniformity, this might be just the place for you. Other thing about Gold River that I really like is there is a Gold River Town Center. Now this has everything that you could want in it, from sushi, Italian restaurant, the Bel Air, printing, copier areas, the banking, everything's kind of done in one area. Also, there is a racket club. That racket club is your only gym in the area, but don't let that scare you. We're right there off of Highway 50, but right up to the American River, and we're surrounded by neighborhoods. So whether you're trying to get to Sacramento, which is maybe about 15 minutes, or whether you're trying to get to Folsom to some of the outlets, or you're just trying to hop over to any of the other neighborhoods, it really doesn't take very long. For the most part, Gold River, the only reason you even exit Gold River is because all the buildings in the area, if they're commercial, have some sort of brick and woodwork, and the houses are all the same. So that's the only reason you even know that you've actually exited the neighborhood itself. Other cool thing is because of where we're located, you can get, like I said, anywhere quick, but we're also right next to the aquatic center. So if you're really into water sports, if you like to do any sort of fishing, hiking, biking, which is huge out here, you're next to all of that, so you don't have to go too far to do anything. Now the other thing too is, with this uniformity, I want to actually make sure you understand that these houses, though, they have for the most part been updated. These are some really beautiful homes in the area, lots of updates, lots of care, backyards are spectacular, and you can actually get, depending on where you're at in the neighborhood, some really large backyards. Now for the most part, average price point is going to be about 600. When you get into you can get up to, I'll say, about $1 million, maybe a little bit more in the Gold River area, but for the most part I would really say the areas that I've shown you, you're gonna find those houses in the mid 7s to 800s for the most part. And the other cool thing is there is a lot, or I should say a lot of these houses are actually pretty large. I would say the average is about 2,500 square foot, if not larger. And then other than that, and I think that's why the average price point is a little bit lower, because we have a very small area that doesn't have those HOAs. And then last is we also have some areas with shared walls. You'll really see the distinction because you'll have one roof lower than the other. And that's when you really know that there's a shared wall. Don't let that kind of scare you away. Those walls, from my understanding, talking to a lot of different home inspectors and builders, is they're a little bit thicker, first of all, and then two, they have some sound barrier in there. So you're not really gonna hear your neighbor with sharing with that. And again, it's HOA, so there's a lot of restrictions when moving into that. That is, though, something that you want to consider. If you're thinking about buying in the Gold River area and you're at the top of your budget, we really need to make sure with your lender that you're going to actually qualify for the home, especially when you start to push up into that 500 range, right? Because once you push up into that 500 range, that really changes what you can qualify for, what your actual payment monthly is. So don't forget about that when looking at Gold River. But if you, like I say before, like that uniform look, you like cleanliness, as you can see from some of the stuff I've shown you here, you're going to love Gold River and what Gold River has to offer. It just feels like a different, like I've walked into a different area, a different part of California, but you're centrally located right here in Sacramento. So that's about all I have for Gold River. If you guys have any questions about it, if you guys would like some information on it, please reach out to me or my wife, Deborah. We'd love to help you guys out on that house journey. Other than that, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.